All right, so I want to be brutally honest with you. Someone that's been on YouTube now for over 17 plus years, I've seen a lot of changes. And if you're following YouTube advice from even 2 years ago, you could be training the algorithm right now in 2026 to ignore you. And I just recently did a video on this and how this kind of happened to us with this channel. And right now there's a lot of creators who are going into survival mode. It's where, like, how do we fix the algorithm to like our channel, to give us views, even though we're following everything that we've been told to do? How come it's not working? And after spending a ton of time reading through my last video's comments, which there was several that were basically saying, yeah, I'm doing everything right. I'm even getting decent impressions, decent clicks, but I'm just not getting YouTube to push my videos. Or they start getting pushed and then they get stopped. So in this video, I want to walk you through what I feel are the 3 survival pillars and what we can do in 2026 so we're not hurting our channel anymore and we have a better chance of having the algorithm want to push our content. And honestly, there is a lot of bad information out there because the standard advice isn't just outdated, it actually can hurt small channels. And that's what I want to cover. So the first pillar that I want to talk about is the velocity pillar. And that's where one of the things that people are saying right now is to still post more. Like, the more you post, the more the algorithm's going to see you, the more that you're going to be able to get velocity. And the thing is that actually can be hurting you. And I fell into this trap. Because one thing that I can do is I can do this right here. I can record videos, I can upload them. But if we're putting out the content that is confusing the algorithm, then we're going to make it even harder to bounce back. And that's something that I talked about in that last video. And let me just be clear. I know this because I made this mistake. So velocity does not fix. If anything, it can hurt if we don't have the proper strategy and the proper content. I mean, what I've come to find out is that YouTube right now, they want data. Yeah, they want data. And once they get the data, then they will push you. And so right now, if I'm giving them a lot of data and it's not good data, then they're going to pull back on that. And that has to do with, once your video goes out, if people aren't clicking, if people aren't watching, if people aren't engaging, well, then YouTube's going to say, this content really isn't for anyone because no one's clicking on it. So that right there alone can totally hurt your channel. So before you start posting a whole bunch of content, you have to make sure that you're in good graces with the algorithm. And there is a way to do that. So what I'm basically saying is, if you're confusing the algorithm, it doesn't matter how much content you put out. It's just not going to matter. Just remember, the algorithm now is all driven by AI, every last bit. But pillar number 2 will help fix this if that is the case. Now, there is a technical term for this pillar, and that is semantic signal. Basically, where the AI is looking at the content and going, hey, is this content related to this content? And if it's not, then the algorithm is once again confused. So we need to fix that. The way not to fix it is to keep posting content, right? We have to figure it out first, make sure that we're getting good signals, which I'll share that here with you in a second on how we can establish this. But until we have that under control, we can't keep posting. And the whole post every single day thing, well, they're going to see us more. That's a bunch of baloney. We don't want to do that. A bunch of baloney. I haven't said that in years. Have you guys ever said that's a bunch of baloney? Is it just me? Is it just my age? So in survival pillar number 2, this is how I see it. We need to reset the algorithm. And the way we do it is we plan out 3 to 5 videos that do not vary at all around that topic. It's got to be very, very tightly woven into each other. Now, it doesn't have to be a series. It just has to be related. Instead of just finding something that you think is going to get a lot of views, that's the problem. And I've fallen into that camp plenty of times, and well, I've confused the algorithm too, and it's now time we have to start fixing that. And we can fix it, but it is going to take a little bit of time. So we want to figure out 3 to 5 videos that we can create that are very, very similar on that topic, just coming at it from different angles. Oh, and if you're getting value from this video, do me a favor, hit the like button. You guys know YouTube loves when people are showing that they're enjoying a video, and they might give it a little bit more love. And go ahead and click the subscribe button if you want to get notified when I post another video, so you can stay in the loop of what's going on here with this crazy algorithm. All right, so pillar number 3 is probably one of the most important. And the reason why is, well, let me just say, when you want to grow and scale your channel, most people think, okay, cool, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna post videos on big trends that are happening right now. And that right there is not gonna be the best move if you're trying to scale. What you're trying to do at this level is you are trying to build authority, not within just your audience, but within YouTube. YouTube right now, and this is what I've noticed firsthand by digging into my analytics, they are very, very protective of who they are going to show your video to. And you're gonna see this. And let me know in the comments if you've seen this happen. You post a video, it gets a few thousand impressions, and then from there, you get your views, maybe you even have a good click-through rate, and all of a sudden, after 24 hours, it drops. Well, you know why? Because they've done their initial tests, probably with a very, very tight audience that they know just from your past experience. And then what happens is they start pushing it out to a cold audience, and then your click-through rate either drops off the shelf or your average view duration drops off the shelf. And so then they stop pushing it. Let me know that in the comments. Did that ever happen to you? It's happened to me several times. So what we need to do is we need to fix that part. So I said earlier, I was going to share with you how you can see how you're doing within the algorithm. So the first thing that we want to look at to see if we're building trust and authority within YouTube to where they're willing to push us out to other audiences is we want to look at our impressions. That tells us, is YouTube giving us exposure? That's number 1. Number 2 is your click-through rate. Are we getting clicks? If we are, good. Our thumbnail's doing a good job in a broader audience. And then what's our average view duration? Those 3 metrics are critical, and they also let us know if we are trusted by YouTube to push us out to other audiences and how well is it doing. But the other thing to look at, and this is a really important one, look and see your traffic sources. Look underneath your analytics, look under reach, and then scroll down and see your traffic sources. If you see that you're in browse by at least 60%, that means that YouTube is trusting you. They're trusting you enough to push out your videos to a broader audience. All right. And that's really, really critical. We want to build trust within YouTube. We want to build trust within the algorithm to say, hey, our content, people are enjoying, people are engaging, people are liking, all of that stuff. So let me ask you a question. What standard advice have you received in the last even year that you would say doesn't seem to be working? Let me know that in the comments. I'd be really curious to see what you say. And maybe as a community, we can see and hear from each other, and we can help each other. And you can use the comments to do that. Now, I mentioned that I shot a video where I talked about the big mistake that I made with the algorithm and how the views tanked and how we're building a plan to recover. If you want to watch that video, I'm going to put it right there. I basically go through everything and also how I'm planning to fix it. So if you want to watch that video, I'll put it right there, and I'll see you over there.